This definitely happens to me, and I was shocked to notice that this happened. It's when you give yourself that mental space and that time to daydream, that's when the ideas come. Hi, my name's Tally, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I spoke about things I wish I'd known about periods and about menstrual cycles. And today we're going to talk more about how you can use that information to live in alignment with your menstrual cycle or lunar cycle. So if you haven't watched that video, I'd recommend going back and watching that and then coming back here. But here's a quick recap. The menstrual cycle can be divided into 4 phases, 4 stages of the cycle. Your menstrual phase, this is when you're actually bleeding, and this can be equated to the winter season and also to new moon if you're following a lunar cycle. Then your pre-ovulatory phase, in between bleeding and ovulation, this is your spring phase, and this can be equated to the first quarter moon. Your ovulation phase, which is around when you ovulate, this is your summer, and this can be equated to full moon. And your premenstrual phase, which is in between when you ovulate and when you bleed again, this is your autumn phase, or it can be the third quarter moon. So in this video, we're going to talk about what you can do in each phase to maximize the natural benefits of each phase and how you can align your life so that you are in alignment with your cycle rather than butting against it. It's how you can use the knowledge of what's going on inside you to live your life more intentionally. So in your winter, this is when you're bleeding, you're tired, so this is the time to rest and to set boundaries and to say no. In the same way that when it gets dark, your hormones tell you to get tired and to go to bed, and if you were to ignore that and push through, it would affect the whole rest of your next day. If you ignore this call to rest in your winter while you're bleeding, then it will affect the whole rest of your cycle. In your winter, it's important to give yourself space so that ideas can come. This is like when you have an idea in the shower that only happens when you are in the shower and you are not thinking about anything, you're not working, you're not doing your emails. It's when you give yourself that mental space and that time to daydream, that's when the ideas come. And this time is really great for reflecting on the cycle that you've just had and setting an intention for the cycle that is coming. Spring is when you might be feeling playful, creative, your energy levels are rising, so now is the time for planning. So you're taking the ideas that came to you in winter and planning to take action on them. And we're not going for a full detailed plan at this stage. Put perfectionism to one side. This is just about pulling together a rough plan of how you can take action on your ideas. If you feel tired in your spring, this is likely because you haven't had enough rest in your winter or the rest of the cycle before, so really slow down and prioritize nutrition and self-care. Summer is when your hormones are at their highest level and you might be feeling really energized and wanting to be out there, so capitalize on this if that is what you feel like. Socialize, make plans, say yes, push yourself out of your comfort zone. Now is the time to make that speech, to go on that date, to have that interview. Now is the time to say yes to all the things, but be mindful of where you'll be in your cycle when the things you commit to come up. Autumn is the time when you're slowing down again. You might experience some really intense feelings, so practice sitting with those feelings, just letting them be there, noticing what they're trying to tell you, and maybe it's telling you that there's some things that need to change. Estrogen, which is at its highest in your spring and summer, can gloss over how you're really feeling. So in autumn, when estrogen is right down, your true feelings might come to the surface. So now's the time to explore those true feelings, to speak your truth, and maybe let go of things or people that are not serving you. You might find in this phase that you can chill out a bit more, maybe you can sleep a bit better, so make the most of this, prioritize your sleep, get those hours of sleep in. And this is quite a weird one. You might feel an urge to tidy and finish things up, tie up those loose ends before you come into your next winter. This definitely happens to me, and I was shocked to notice that this happened. So use this time to do any prep ahead of your winter, ahead of your next bleed, so that you don't need to do those things while you just want to be in bed. So maybe do some batch cooking, maybe do some cleaning, maybe just get all those niggly jobs out the way so you don't need to worry about them as you go into your next cycle. And you can also use this in your work or in your projects. So if you've created something in your summer, autumn is the time for editing and refining it. Throughout all of your seasons though, you can do yoga. Little segue there, that the style of yoga you might do in each season will be different. And that is what we're going to be doing in Flow Cycle Yoga, which is my new membership, which is going to be launching really soon. You're going to get 4 recorded yoga classes, which are tailored to each phase of the cycle, and you can practice them at your own pace in alignment with your own cycle. And then we'll be coming together as a group to chat about how you're finding it, so you can meet some like-minded people and build a bit of community around that as well. So you're really tailoring your yoga practice to your life rather than trying to fit your life to a yoga schedule. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, then head to the description box and there will be lots of information about it. If you're watching this video as it's published, it's not launched yet, but you can sign up to my mailing list to be the first to hear when sign-ups are open. And if you're watching this later, maybe it's already open, head to the description box to find out and I will put all of the information there. Let me know in the comments, do you experience the 4 seasons? Have you noticed how each season is maybe a little bit different to you? Is there a season that you feel more at home in? Let's have a chat. I love talking about this stuff, which is why I'm so excited to have a dedicated space in the Flow Cycle Yoga membership to talk to people about this, because it's like all I want to talk about right now. If you found this video useful, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos from me, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah.